Guitarristas, estamos en Guitar Summit 2024 en Mannheim. Seguimos en el stand de Face, al lado esta vez de la marca WALRUS y nos acompaña uno de los creadores de uno de los productos más recientes. Estoy con Jason de WALRUS que nos va a hablar de la nueva serie MK2 que acaban de presentar. Jason, you just released the MK2 version of the Mako series. What are the new things that we can find in these pedals?
Yeah, well, the big change for the Mako series is adding an OLED LED screen to the face of all the pedals. We replaced the toggle switches with the screen, and then the bottom row of pots are now encoders. So we can press buttons, we can rotate to change parameters. All the parameters now are just on the face of the pedal, so if we just press, we can scroll through all the different parameters and then make our changes when we get to where a parameter we want to work on. And then we also have a quick way to get through. If you press and rotate, you can quickly jump through to a particular parameter if you want to get there quickly. And then the hardware underneath the hood is completely redesigned, so the analog section now has much higher headroom. So you can have a lot louder signal go through. And then the R1 and the D1 both have analog dry signal paths all the way through now. So we don't digitize the dry signal. You don't get any kind of delay for like a wet, dry, wet rig or things like that.
So the digital part is just on the part of the effect that goes in the background.
Yep, and then we mix that back in with the analog dry signal.
But you can still, like for example in the ACS1, you can still work with 2 amps at a time?
Absolutely, yeah. So the center encoder lets us pick, do we want to modify the left, the right, or left and right? So if we have it on left and right, any change we make on like EQ, amp, cab, it goes on both sides. And if we set it to left or right and then we make our changes, we're only affecting that one side. And then we also have 3 new high gain amp models on the ACS1 MK2. So a PV5150. Orange rocker verb. And Mesa dual rectifier.
Wow. Something that the previous version didn't have. It works more like a clean.
And all those amps are still here. So the AC30, the Marshall Bluesbreaker, and Fender Deluxe Reverb, they're still there with the cabs, and along with the new high gain amps, 6 more cabs. They all have 128 presets. You can access those via MIDI or some of them with the stomp switches, so you still press and get red, green, blue, how you did before. But then now we have things like a deep dive menu. So if you click on both of these encoders, you can get to all the presets and scroll through and get to all those presets. 3 different types of reverb now on the ACS1. So room, hall, and spring with decay. And that's all on the room knob. We have a noise gate. So for the higher gain amps, this comes in really handy, and also has a release control and threshold as well.
And speaking about new sounds, I believe the reverb are new,
completely
from
new.
the ground.
So it's the same algorithms: spring, hall, plate, BFR, refract, and air. But we started over with all of them. So totally down to 0, and then built each one back up using different techniques. As far as algorithm development goes.
delay has something new, I think.
Yep. So the delay this is the first Mako pedal to come out.
Yes.
And we only had 5 algorithms. And then the R1 and the M1 came out and we did 6. So we wanted to bring the D1 kind of up to that standard. So now it has a grain delay algorithm that is a granular engine that's running and randomly sampling your guitar signal and mixing that back in. So it's really fun. You can now, people were wanting to be able to set the tap division independently on the left and right.
Okay.
And so now you can do that. So division left, and then
you can have a quarter note on left and you know, eighth note with that in the
on the right.
Yeah, that
or
kind of
whatever combination you prefer. So.
Jason, this is amazing.
Thanks.
Congratulations for the MK2 series.
Thanks so much.